What's going on, everybody? Oh yeah, man, we already got a well, we had thumbs up. Now we have no thumbs up. Somebody gave one and gave it back. What's up, Salvador? Khalid, what's going on? Alan, Leroy. So anyway, short update. We didn't work today. What's up, Speedy Productions? How's it going? Christopher, John, Godson, Parts Gator, Trucker Joe, everybody. Man, piling in here. Let's try to get it over 100 today. Right? Hit the thumbs up. Anyway, we didn't work today. What's up, Clayton? I missed your phone call. I seen you call, man. I missed that. What's up, Ira? Ira, out there in Arizona. What's up, buddy? What's up, Ohio Trucker? Hey now, Russ. Thank you, Speedy Productions. Says you've been listening to the replays and love the info. 901 boys. Okay, so we did not. Well, Augustin Thorpe, you're gonna get some info on the full maintenance lease, and here it comes. And I'll cover all that stuff. Nolan, baby, Nolan, you missed it, man. I made some homemade tacos, but I couldn't make you suffer and watch another live cooking video, because I know you'll blame me for ruining diets, right? Everybody out there will blame me for ruining their diet. But I made some of the best tacos you're ever gonna see, but you didn't get to see them. But anyway, here we go. What's up, Brent? I hear you, Nolan. I hear you. So today, I didn't pick a load. What I did was I got my truck and trailer serviced today. Under the full maintenance leases that I have, and both of them's on a full maintenance lease, and I have the option to purchase, after the lease. Now here we go. This is why I do these leases. The truck runs me, I just put everything in the program, right? I'll show that some other time. My truck always averages between 35 and 38 cents a mile total. TJ Bowl of Woods, top of the evening to you. It always averages between 35 and 38 cents, depending. It can get down as low as 32 if I did a lot of miles, but I don't do a lot of miles. So that rate per mile that it costs is a little higher, right? If I did more miles, of course, that goes down. But that's everything. That covers everything. Bumper to bumper, tow trucks, whatever. Now the trailer is way lower than that. And so I dropped the trailer off, okay? And then I drop my truck off. And then I go out to lunch with the lease manager. And then when I get back from lunch, the truck's done. Didn't have to do nothing. Didn't even have to sign a piece of paper. They just hand you the keys and everything checked out. Yep, everything checked out. And there's something wrong, they fix it, right? So I go pick up the trailer. Trailer, they do basically a full DOT on it, right? They measure the brake thickness. They look at the drums. They do all the tire pressures. They check your brake chamber, the stroke of the brake chamber, everything. And if anything needed to be adjusted, they fix it. It's automatic braking system, so they'd replace sensors if it wasn't, right. Grease it, check the lights, everything. Anything wrong with it, they fix it. The trailer is also under a full maintenance lease. But the trailer, so I appreciate that. The trailer now, I will purchase. Yes, Justin Johnson, they fix it. The trailer I will purchase at the end of the 5-year deal. And every 90 days on the trailer, so every 90 days I take the trailer in, and that trailer gets the same thing. They even check the alignment. If the alignment's off, they realign it. Right? So every 90 days that trailer goes in and gets the full workup. Doesn't cost me no more money, right? They do all that stuff. The only thing it won't cover is the brake shoes and the tires, because you got to think, now my tractor covers the tires, brake shoes, and all that, right? Tractor's bumper to bumper. The trailer isn't, because they know you'll use a trailer valve, right? And you'll ride the brakes to stop the truck, because, you know, if someone else was paying for those brakes, you would use it, right? So, now, wearable item, well, the truck, well, see, they even cover lights and everything, Kevin. So they do cover all the wearable items, except for those two pieces. Now, for the full maintenance lease on a Volvo, it covers everything. Lights, tires, brakes, shoes, doesn't matter. It's bumper to bumper, even the tow trucks. Right? It covers everything. So, someone asked about the FICO score, right? It depends on who you're dealing with. You don't need a great credit score, but the better your score, the better it'll help you, right? So, for instance, you know, if you had a poor credit score, but you were in an industry for a long, long time, it probably isn't going to matter. They also look at your longevity in the trucking business, plus your score. In most of these lease deals, every full maintenance lease deal except for PACCAR, almost all the other ones are dealer specific, right? Which means, for instance, Volvo. All the Volvos are owned by individuals, right? Individually owned. They're not corporate owned. And some companies might own 5 or 7 Volvo dealerships, but they're not corporate owned by Volvo. Therefore, the full maintenance lease is done through in-house, right? So it depends on who you're talking to. Some of them will let credit slide if you have a lot of experience. Some of them, if you don't have hardly any experience, will give it to you if you have really good credit. But here's what I tell everybody. And Russ is on here. Russ knows. Russ could have got one. You don't want to call these individuals on the phone and ask them about full maintenance leases, because you might not get an answer. They might say they don't have it, but they actually do. You show up in person, you talk to them in person, because there's something about in person that they like, right? They like to see you when you walked in that door, your appearance, right? And how you talk and manage yourself. And if they see that you have some sort of a business sense and you're dressed fairly decent, get you a whole lot more than on the telephone call. Right, Russ? You still in here? Do you agree with that, Russ? A yes or a no? What's up, Light Bright? Salvador. Yeah, Salvador, the tires on the truck are covered. Right? Justin knows. Justin went to the dealerships. Well, I could give you the information of the dealership I dealt with, but you have to live in the county they're in. See, that's another thing. Some of these dealers, you got to live in the county or 1 or 2 counties away, because they want to do most of the maintenance on the truck to save them some money, right? There are some Volvo dealers, for instance, that have 7 or 8 dealerships across the country, so they're more apt to give you one if you don't live by them. Kenworth and Peterbilt through PACCAR, they will give you one, right? Because they're all basically corporate-owned dealerships, most of them anyway. No, Ryan, I'm not sick. The weather here has been going up and down, so there's a lot of pollen in the air. So it's my allergies. But I'm feeling good. It's the allergies, man. It's kicking up. Yeah, a lot of pollen up here right now. You're starving, John? I just cooked a meal, man. You missed it. Big Herb says, what happens if you break down out of town? You call a tow truck. And the truck tows you to the nearest dealership. They fix it. and away you go. What happens is they bill Volvo, like under mine, right? They bill Volvo, and Volvo pays for it, and they charge back the dealer that the full maintenance lease is under. So you have nationwide coverage. That's how it works. So Jason says, did you get vents installed on trailer? No, I didn't, Jason. The only vents they had in style were the louver, you know, the square little louver vents. And I want the doors. I want the big doors that come down. So they're going to order me the doors, and I'll get them on probably next time, because I don't see going down south and running that stuff anyway. Basically, I want the big vents on there. So I run a lot of food grade stuff, so I'd like to be able to open the vents up if you run something that has an odor to it, so you can open the vents up and air the trailer out. Justin says, Fitzgerald truck, should I buy one? Well, Justin, is it a used Fitzgerald truck or new? Because, see, here's where a lot of people are going to disagree with me, probably. Right? This is where people are probably going to disagree with me. Personally, I would not buy a Fitzgerald truck, because to me, it's not a good business decision. Because a Fitzgerald truck costs as much as a new truck on a lot. But they're going to say, yeah, it is a new truck, except it's got an older, it's got the old engine. But see, here's the problem with it. Here's my problem with it. When I look at it in a business aspect, yeah, you can say, well, it's got the new rebuilt engine. Let's say this cat, right? So it's got a cat motor, rebuilt, pre-emission. All the rest of the truck is new, except for the motor. Sometimes it could be the motor, transmission, and rears, depends on how you had it. But let's say a motor. Fitzgerald and them is the only one's going to finance that truck. You won't get a bank or a credit union to finance that truck. Why? Here's why. There's no book they can look in to tell you what it's worth. Right? And then when you drive it off the lot after paying hundreds of thousands of dollars, over $100,000, right, for a new one, when you drive it off the lot, it's not worth anywhere near that, because you can't finance it. If you take it off the lot 2 years later, they're going to say it's not worth anything, right? Because it's like this. Would you go to a Chevrolet dealer and buy a brand new Corvette with a 20-year-old engine in it and pay $100,000? No, you would not. So it doesn't matter if the truck's 5 years old, the engine's 25 years old. This is a 25-year-old truck. The engine is the heartbeat of the truck. It is. So the banks don't classify as a new truck because it doesn't have a brand new motor in it. It's got a 20-year-old motor in it. See, the reason why they came about with gliders, right? Here's the reason why they came about with gliders. Because the emissions came about, they knew around the 2017 time for 2018 here that, you can't even be in California with them. And they said, well, we got this audience that wants to keep their pre-emission engine. So we'll sell them a glider kit so they can move their stuff over into it. That's great for the guy that wanted to keep that. But now, with all these people that turn all these old trucks in so they go to California, they take all the parts out of it and they put them in these gliders. Because they seen a market. And they got all these guys convinced that, hey, pre-emission trucks are cheaper to run. They're cheaper for this. Well, no, they're not cheaper. Fellas, they're not cheaper. Because that 20-year-old engine does not get the fuel mileage the brand new truck gets. I don't care what anybody tells you. They're not running their real numbers. That 3406 Cat is not going to get the same fuel mileage as this brand new engine that I have. It's not going to work. Because I had a 3406 Cat, a 1999 model, and you were lucky to see 6, maybe 6.5 on a good day. So the fuel mileage is not there. So you're burning $20,000 to $30,000 more dollars a year in fuel cost, which is the price of a new truck. So you're driving around a new truck with a 20-year-old engine, and you're spitting out another new truck out the exhaust just at the different part. Right? Somebody blocked that. Right, 5.8. IRS says 5.8. That's right. They get under 6. These new trucks are getting 8 to more. You know, 8 or more. And every 1 mile per gallon. You see, it equates. The old rule was $12,000 for every 1 mile per gallon difference, but that was when fuel was higher. So it'll range between 8 and 12,000, depending on the fuel price. So I always say 10 grand because it's right in there. So if there's a 2.5 mile per gallon difference, that's 25,000 a year. You know, that's a little over 2 grand a month. That's a big difference. Right, Chris and Cars, I don't miss the old days getting 5.5. But yeah, but if you go out west, right? So if Justin wanted to go out, you know, if he gets a reefer and he wants to go out west because that's where the money's at, right? Certain times of year you go out to California. Well, you can't go to California with a glider truck. Therefore, if you're running reefer and you can't go to California, you just knocked yourself out of a whole lot of different, you know, money. But if you can maintain it without going out there, then that's good. What's up, Gear Grabber? We're talking about full maintenance leases, tractors, trailers, and then we started talking about gliders. You know. So there you go. But see, and then that's where people get an impression, well, the new trucks cost. Well, you know what? I've been driving these DF machines now for 6 years, and I've never had a real problem with them. Right? Never had a real problem with them. I've been in the shop only less than this truck here has only been in for PMs, except for one time for a light, which was a sensor. But all new trucks, no matter what it is, goes in once, you know, at least once in a year because of, you know, faulty sensors or whatever. But I don't have a problem with it, you know. And I average around 8 miles a gallon with this truck, and I pull heavy, 45,000 pound loads almost all the time. So, you know, you're not getting an old motor 99 or anything like that, getting, you know, you're not getting nowhere near 8 miles a gallon with 45,000 everywhere you go. 78 Chevy gets about 5 miles per gallon. Well, yeah, I bet that. I had a 1978 Trans Am back a long time ago, the Burt Reynolds edition, and that thing, man, when you hit the accelerator all the way to the floor, it was like this. Gas gauge would be on full, speedometer's at 0, and it'd go just like this. Yeah, but that was a fun car, you know. But that was that's when you're young. Iris says when it needs to regen. Well, see, Iris says when it needs to regenerate, then park and regen if it's where most people have problems that cause they don't regen them. No, Iris, you shouldn't have to regen them. Here's the problem with, I'm going to tell you exactly what the problem, because I've never regened any of these motors, never. But here's the problem. Most of the guys do not put an APU on them. These motors are not supposed to idle. That's where the problem comes in. They idle the truck, right? They idle it. Idling a DEF motor or an EGR motor is a death sentence, right? It's a death sentence. That's where all the clogging up occurs. That's where the injector goes out that sprays it in. And that's where they start having the $4,000 and $5,000 repairs. And all the lights go on is because they idle the truck. See, I've had APUs on all mine. Even though it's a lease truck, I have them financing an APU. Because I figure, one, it saves me fuel mileage. Because I'm not idling the truck. And of course, it doesn't matter to me if I idle the truck or not, because if it breaks, they pay for it. But it does matter, because if it breaks, and it's in a shop for 4 or 5 days, that's 4 or 5 days I cannot generate revenue. So I always put on an APU. Therefore, the idle time on this truck is next to none. The only time this idles is if I pull up to a shipper and I run in until I'm there to see what dock door to go to. That's it. S. Carter says $17,000 replaces my DEF and DPF system. Right, it's expensive. So don't idle the truck. Get APUs and it'll save your DEF system a ton. Right? So, like I said, I never regen this truck. It's got 235,000 miles on it, and I've never did a manual regen. Because it regens going down the road when it needs it. And since I don't idle, the soot doesn't build up. That's where the soot really builds up, is during idle. TSC says, is there an insurance policy for lost income due to truck maintenance? Yeah, you can get, I think OIDA sells a downtime policy. You know, there are some. I don't know if it covers if your truck goes in, then it takes longer. I know they got one that you could add on for downtime for accidents and things like that. They do sell one, though. And it's called breakdown insurance, right? They do sell a breakdown insurance. So if your truck breaks down on the road and has to be towed to a shop, right, they'll cover so much for the tow and so much for the parts. So there. Can someone, hey, what's up, Henry? Can someone tell me what my avatar icon is? Your avatar icon, well, it looks like a guy. That's what it looks like. Right, new trucks regen automatically. What's up, Lee? Ben says, on a full maintenance lease, you pay 38 cents a mile for all miles running a month, and that's all you pay, no other payments. No, see, you missed the thing, Ben. I run Truckin' Pro software from foglinesoftware.com. I'll put it up in the description. If you go to foglinesoftware.com and want this program, that's where you get it. And if you put the letters J and the letter L and the number 10, JL10, you'll get $10 off the program. But that program keeps track of everything I do, cents per mile for everything. It breaks down how much cents per mile your insurance costs, how much cents per mile the truck costs me, how much cents per mile the trailer, insurance, truck washes, whatever category I have, it's going to tell me all that right down to the cents per mile. So that's what I was saying. The truck payment with the mileage payment all added in there with the miles I run, it ranges between 35 and 38 cents a mile is where my truck ranges, what it costs me for the truck. Insurance ranges around $0.015, and so forth and so forth. But all the guys that run this program or have seen this program, they know what it's about. Gear Grabbers, I know he's seen it, looked at it. What's up, Josh? Groundhog, he's probably seen it. Russ Maynard, he's seen it. King Gavin says, why is this in my recommended videos? I don't know, King Gavin. What do you want to see? You want to see drama? do you want to see? What are you after? You want me to show you out the window? Maybe King Gavin wants to drive a truck. So look, you want to see out the window? See, isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. And I'm 40 miles from the house. Beautiful. You want to see where my dealership is? It's right over there, on the other side of that building. That's where it's at. We'll want to see. Look, there's my table. There's my seat. Right? And we got, and look, there's the shop vac I use right there to clean the truck. A mini shop vac. And I'll give you one more. Here's my TV. There's American Ninja Warrior. What do you guys want to see? Oh, look, it's The Bachelorette. Kevin can wait. And then we'll crank it on up. Anybody want to watch some HBO? Look, there's someone trying to lose weight. Paris When It Sizzles. Let's see what's on HBO. Anybody want to watch some HBO? Some Jason Bourne? We'll stream Jason Bourne. Okay, so that's that, man. Anyway, what's in the fridge? Skull. I got so many channels you wouldn't believe. So if you know what, Skull, if you super chatted me like $100, I could buy more channels. And you know what, I'd give you the airtime. I'd say, look what Skull donated so I could get more channels. Ain't that great? Okay, here's in the fridge. I got a Powerade here. I got some, Chi-Chi's sauce, and I got some lettuce and stuff down there. And I got a bunch of stuff in the freezer. I got some steaks. And some other stuff. And, got some steamed broccoli. All that good stuff. Chris says, do you sleep on the top bunk? Chris, do I look young, brother? Do I look like I want to climb up there to that top bunk? I used to. A lot of times I'll just put the table down, make it into a bed. And sometimes I make the top up there. Well, the top's already it's already made. If I want to sleep with it there, I just pull the bed down and go up there. But most time I sleep on the bottom, and it's much easier to get out of bed when you're 1,000 years old like me. Big Herb says, how much does that 35 cents come out to per month? My truck has an average of around $2,800 a month. That's everything. That's all I pay. I don't care if the engine blew up today. It still only cost me $2,800 the next month. If the bill was 35 grand to fix it, it doesn't cost me a thing but $2,800 a month. If the tow bill was $3,000 to get to wherever they wanted to, only cost me $2,800 a month. You see where I'm going with this? You know what that does for you? I'll tell you exactly what it is. I own trucks, had my name on the title. You know what that means? Absolutely nothing. Usually what it means when you have your name on a title to a truck, it means the truck isn't worth anything. Because by the time you pay for it and get your name on the title, it's an old truck. But those trucks cost me more per mile than this truck right here, this brand new truck. And I've already proved it in some of the other videos, because see, when I use that program, I look back on that old truck and I look at the cost per mile for the fuel, for all the repairs, and guess what? It adds up to more than this fuel price and the cost per mile. So, the numbers don't lie, right? You can't beat the numbers. When you put everything in, the numbers don't lie. It might make you want to cry sometimes, but they don't lie. Right? Christopher said it was funny. Well, Christopher, it's true, right? Man, trucking can make a grown man cry faster than anything, right? You all know that. Because, man, when you think you're way up on top, and if you have a truck that is paid for, and all of a sudden, bam, takes all that and then some, right? So, you know, here's the thing. You know what a full maintenance lease does for you that I don't worry about anymore? It gives you a peace of mind. It's kind of like driving a company truck. You know, if anybody's owner-operators, can you remember back, if you know, maybe you didn't drive a company truck, but can you remember way back when you drove a company truck? And then when something happened to the truck, you heard a noise, you knew it wasn't right. You didn't care, right? You didn't care. So, but when you own the truck and you're making payments, and let's say it's not warranted anymore, or it's paid off, and you start hearing a noise, what's the first thing you say? You're driving around going, oh no, please, I didn't, man, I didn't hear that, right? So you're thinking you didn't hear it, so you're not listening to it, right? You're trying not to listen to it, and it happens again. And then what hits you is like, man, how much is this going to cost me? How much is this going to cost me? That's all you say, because you know when you take it in the shop, you know it's going to cost you, right? When it says, oh, you know, that's going to be, you know, that's going to be about, you know, a rough estimate, it's going to be around $1,900. And then you go there, hey, I got, you know, I'll take $2,000 in there. Well, that's $2,850. That's $3,000. What do you mean it's $3,000? Well, you know, we found this, or we done this, or we done that. You know. Skull said, I was talking to a guy the other day, he said the turbo went out and it was $9,000. Well, that's true. Nolan, for you, Nolan, I'll save the video. How was that, Nolan? This is gonna be saved. I might even put that in the description. Nolan saved this video so he could watch it. I won't delete it, Nolan. Don't worry, buddy. Deleted comments. Well, Daniel, what happens is the moderators delete the comments that don't pertain to nothing about this video. It's called trolls, right? These people come in, they want to say disgusting stuff on the videos. So they delete the comments that the trolls put up. You know, I have grandkids, and my grandkids watch these videos sometimes. So why do I want to have some troll come in and put in all this stuff, which they can't read it anyway? But if they watch me live, they could be watching me right now. They're out of school. And then they can read too. Why do they want to read comments like that? So they get deleted by everybody that's got a wrench. I got 3. Butch says, let's say there's something major happened to the truck, it's going to be out of service. Does the lease company give you a loaner? Yes, I can get a loaner from them. It'll cost me a little bit, but not as much as somebody that doesn't have a full maintenance lease, you know, with them. So basically, you know, I'd get the loaner at so many cents per mile to cover the maintenance, you know, because they're not going to let you just run the truck, because there's maintenance to it, right? So if their figure is 10 cents a mile, then, you know, if I ran it 2,000 miles, you know, I'm going to have to owe them that money for that. But it's at a really, really reduced rate. Got you. For PG-rated words, buttheads. Oh yeah, they say butthead all the time, right? Kids love that word butt for some reason. They all start laughing and giggling and all that. It's kind of like the word fart. You know, for some reason, kids just, you know, they crack up about that stuff. How long you been trucking? 26 years, 20s, I don't know. It's up there. I lost count. I'm getting old, you know. Snorelord's in the house. What's up, Mr. Allington? Oh, we can start now? Okay, this video is about full maintenance leases, tractor, trailer. Yes, you can get a full maintenance lease on a trailer with options to buy at any given time. No, Snorelord, you are late. So Angry Gun Owner is telling you exactly what you got to do. You're late, you got to hit the super chat button, and you got to donate to the channel until it hurts. Right? Not 5, 10, or 50. You got to donate something that's going to make it feel like it hurts. Act like your truck went in the shop. Just kidding, Steve. See, I had to say that because, you know, Steve would call me up right after this video. Say, man, what are you talking about? You know? And I'd say, you know, next time I see you, this is going out to Mr. Allington. Mr. Allington, Snorelord, I want my apnea CD so I could play it right here. Look, I want my apnea CD so I can stick it in there and play it. If anybody doesn't know, Steve Allington is famous. He belongs to a music group. They changed the name. It was Apnea. But now they're going to come out with a new CD under a new name. So when it does come out, we need to buy his music. Okay, you're going to be on 70 tomorrow? Hey, thanks, Kevin, for the $2. I'll be picking up here 5 miles from where I'm at, and I'll be going down to Indianapolis. I'll be down there at 7 o'clock unloading, and then I pick up 5 miles down the street, and I come back to Michigan. And then I'm gonna shoot down to Ohio and come back to Michigan. So that'll put me there Friday, and I gotta find something else to do. And I've only got 3 loads booked this week so far, and they're really good loads because I'm not going very far. And for van freight, all miles, it's good. It's good. It's good. That's all I can say. It's good. Gear Grabber knows what it is. He was on the phone with me, and he says, "Man, that's good." So, because I asked for more money in every single one of the loads, and I got it. No, Justin, the one out of the house is. The other 2 aren't. But on short runs of like 300 miles or less, I got them to go up as much as $300. That's good, right? That's good. On the run that was 100 miles, I got them to go up $300 on that one load. Figure that out. Figure that out, my friends. I got them to go up $3 a mile more than what they were paying on a 100-mile run. That's good. So, that's the power of negotiation. You got to be a good talker, right? Got to be able to negotiate. Good thing I'm not a very good talker. I couldn't talk to even myself. Or YouTube, all you people. Everybody out there. Groundhog says, can't wait to join Light Trucking. Well, Josh, I can't wait until you join either. Big Herb says, is the company you got your trailer nationwide? No, they're not. They're a local, small mom and pop shop that's been around for, I don't know, 40 or 50 years or so. Ever since I've been in trucking, they've been here. But see, that's where you want it. That's where you want to get your best deal. Find the small mom and pop shops around your house. That's where you go in and talk to those people. because it's a lot different. They like to help the people out that live in their community, and you'll get a real good deal, you know. Yep. So, Steve, I'm still waiting for you to hit that button. If you don't know what the super chat button is, it's in that little line where you write. There's a little dollar sign there, and you hit the button. You hit the dollar sign, and then there's a scale. See, what Kevin did is the scale starts out at $1, and it goes all up as far as you want to go. And you just slide that scale, and then you hit bam, and it takes it right off your credit card. See, Kevin did it. He knows how it works. Kevin's the man. How's Florida, Kevin? Only goes to 500. You have a skull? I got something better than that, and you're gonna laugh at this. You might even throw up some of those little emoticons with some tears, like the ones that are really flowing, not the ones that just come out, you know, one tear at a time. If you go to my website, where I have my authority video on there, there's a $5 donate button. One guy, you know, you can put that as many times, right? So, Skull, you could say 2,000 of the $5, that'd be 10 grand. See, you can donate as much as you want on that. So, you know, start crying, buddy. But anyway, now here's, yeah, John Capone, yeah, John. Now we're talking. You any relation to Al? All right. My case, sir. Yeah, if you got an iPhone, an Apple product, they don't have that button. Apple doesn't like YouTube, so you go through your browser to do it. Or if you really want to donate, just go to my website and hit the button there. What's up, Chi City Trucker? Oh, Chicago. All right. And you know what? I don't like the Windy City right now. I stopped going any loads over there. Anything on I-94, right? Anything on I-94, once you get out of Michigan, I don't go there right now. That road is so messed up. It takes you hours just to go 5 miles. I'm not going, so I just run down to Indy and back. And a little bit of Ohio. That's my running area right now. I'm not going over towards that area. Yeah, you're in Joliet, Snorlord. Guess what? You better not come back across 94. You better slide down and go the other way. Budget Lawn Care went to Chicago today. So you better slide around that because it's a mess. Right, Gear Grabber? It's a mess over there, man. But, yeah, liketrucking.com. You got it, Skull. I'm going to put more videos and stuff up there. I haven't really done much with my website yet. I'm going to do a whole bunch of stuff. I might even put a blog on there and things like that. But, I'm busy doing all these other things, right? What's up, Lenny? Hey, Lenny, appreciate it, buddy. How's it going out there? No, Skull's writing me a check. Skull, that thing will bounce, Skull. See, Skull, I don't want you to write a $10 check and pay $20 or $30 in bounce fees. That just isn't good, man. Just so keep your check, okay? I don't want you to get in trouble. How many years is a full maintenance lease on a Volvo? It depends on the Volvo dealer. Mine writes a 5-year lease, and it's a walkway at the end. It gives you an amortization schedule, just like on your house, to where every month I could look and see exactly what I could buy the truck for if I wanted to buy it at any given time. And at the end of the 5 years, if I don't want to buy it, I don't have to. See, the last one I did from him, I kept for 3 years. He called me in and said, hey, do you want to order a new one? We're doing the numbers. You can get out of that one. We'll put you right in this other one. And I said, well, what is it? So we went down and I ordered everything on this I wanted. And Gear Grabber knows. He talked to John. He knows how it works up there. And Gear Grabber, you can say if I'm telling the truth or not, but this is exactly how it works. Because I know you talked to John. You sit down, you pick out everything you want in that truck, line for line. They go right through the computer. And when he was all done, he says, how about this truck that I'm driving now is $10,000 more than my other truck. He says, how about you do the deal and we charge you $50 less a month? I said, you haven't ordered it yet? So he ordered it. 3 months later, the truck come in, and I gave him that one back and got in this one, and they sold the other one. And it didn't cost me a dime to swap the trucks. It was just a swap, and I just drove on. Speedy Productions. Well, guys, I'm off to update my Twitter at AJ Dalton with new truck pictures. Cool. We'll go check those out. Anybody wants to check out some pictures, go to Twitter and check out Speedy Productions 101 at AJ Dalton. All right, budget. No problem for the info, man. A shameless plug. I don't charge nothing for giving out plugs like the YouTube channels. Snorelord's on here. Go check them out. I'm not at the Big Orange, but he's got a YouTube channel. He's showing the Big Orange like I used to. Go check him out. Except his is more interesting. Mine's more technical information. And you know, that's why my sub numbers are so low. If I had a lot of drama, I'd probably be 30, 40,000 subscribers. But the only guys I get in here is the ones that, you know, they like the info part of it. Post them up, Anna. School says your subs are going up. Yeah, my subs are going up because all that drama from last week. Because they wanted, you know, donations for charity, and I let Truckers Coach put my name in that video. He took it down because, you know, I thought all my subs that watch my stuff would know better, but you wouldn't believe how many emails I got. Dude, man, you got your own authority. What did you go do that for? What are you going over? What are you doing? Oh, you wouldn't believe it, man. About filled up my email box. About almost ran out of room, man. I had to start deleting everything. You know, Google called me up at 3 in the morning and says, dude, stop everything. You're gonna crash our system. Just kidding. But you know, that's what it was. Vape. I don't have nothing to vape. But Snorelord's going to Traveloco. Snorelord is going to Traveloco. Have you heard the news? Look, I can do this though. I don't vape, but I can take a swig of the Coca-Cola for the working man. I did vape some tacos, Nolan. Look, man. Look, Nolan. Check it out. Check it out, brother. I got some soft tortillas not opened yet. That's not what I use, though. So I didn't use these flour ones. Throw those away. Them are garbage. That's garbage. Look, man. Look. Mission. Yellow corn tortillas. Now, when you make these babies, right? That's how you make them. You want to make them real? You put a little bit of oil in the bottom of that pan. Not a lot, just a real small one, right? Real small, just a little. You put those tortillas down on there, man, and you get them to where they're starting a little bubble on top of the corn. You flip it over, and then you fold it a little bit, and you do each side. Oh, that's some of the best hot corn tortillas you're gonna eat, my friend. And what's up, TRB the Right Brother? Come up in the house. Man, Eddie, man, I feel privileged, man. You came in here. You come in a little late, Eddie. I've already talked about full maintenance leases on trucks, full maintenance leases on trailers, all that stuff. You missed all that power-packed information. But we're glad you're here because, as per Nolan's request, I'm going to leave this video up. I'm not going to delete it like I do a lot of my live stuff now. I'm going to leave the video up. You don't have enough subs to go to Traveloco? Well, you know, Snorelord, you can buy subs at Subway, Jimmy John's, right? So, we're not doing a cooking video. None of that stuff. This is all boring talk about business, about Trucking Pro software from foglinesoftware.com, you know, about funding companies, whether to use them, whether not to use them. Hey, TRB, if you're still in here, man, I seen you out looking at trucks. Did you find a truck? Did you find a truck, man? I was going to call you and see if you found a truck. I'm waiting for a response. Eat fresh. Subway. Okay, what do you want to know about sports? The Red Wings have picked up a really good center. He's a big kid. The Pistons aren't going to go anywhere. Right? No, TRB. I want to know if you went out looking at trucks. So I want to know if you found one, man. Did you find a good truck? What's up, Julio? Go Wings. Yeah, see, you know, the Wings, you know, they got to pick for the first time in how many years? So, because they've always made the playoffs. They didn't make the playoff. Oh, well. Snorlord says your next company is a secret. Good. We'll all try to guess. Crete? Bella Flower? Flower Power? You do live in Missouri, Snorlord. You look pretty close to Flower Power. I seen you with Jay Canal. Snorlord, I seen you with Jay Canal in the parking lot of Bella Floor. Steve, what is going on? I let your secret out because, see, I watch your YouTube channel, I watch your Periscopes, all that stuff. I seen where you were at. The Wright brothers driving now. Hey now. How's sunny California? You know, I do miss driving out there. You know, the weather's always nice. For the most part, the people were real nice. You know, DOT really wasn't that bad either, right? Right? Yeah, that's right. Oops. I just let it slide, right? So, you know, the DOT's not bad out there. I never had a problem with them. You talk nice to them. They're just people too, you know? They're not, it's not their problem that, you know, that state's all messed up, want to make all these stupid rules that cost us all more money. So, it's not their fault. Groundhog says rumors. A 2016 Freightliner with a Cummins, 89,000 miles. That's probably going to run you about what? What they want for that truck? 80 grand? 70 grand, somewhere in there? 70, 80 grand? Jason said the roads are no good. That's true. What's bad about it is the speed limit. There's no reason why it needs to be 55 miles an hour, man. Half the place is a desert. And, you know, it's in the 100s, yeah. Are you going to get one of them new Volvo 780s? Damian Dame. Well, I'm waiting. See, I could get rid of this truck at the end of this year because it's 3 years. And every 3 years, they'll let me order a new one, even on a 5-year deal. But Volvo has been doing redesigning. They're coming out with a VNR, a local truck. All the dashboard's been reworked. It looks really, really nice, right? They have telescoping, tilt up and down, plus the wheel tilts up and down. So it's 3 positions on the new one coming out. All the stuff in the dash has been redone. It's been redeveloped. It looks really, really good. But they haven't showed any of the sleepers for the 670 or 780 yet. But I know they're redoing some of them. So I'm gonna wait for that new redesigned sleeper, right? And they have to. They got to redesign it because they've kept the same sleeper for, you know, how many years now? 15 years or so, you know, it's the same old stuff. They got to redesign it because, you know why? Because Freightliner did, right? Freightliner redesigned it. They got aircraft technology coming in. They redesigned that sleeper, and it's a really, really nice sleeper with the Murphy bed pop down over a table. They've outdid it. So now Volvo's got to wake up and come back to the table. Right? They got to wake up and come back to the table because Freightliner finally woke up and said, hey, you know, we can sell these trucks all day long to companies, but we want the owner-operator to buy them. And they come out with that table in 2018. That does look, that Freightliner has a really nice thing, and plus it's really quiet now because they put a, see where Freightliner and all these guys stopped, you know, doing is they didn't put a lot of insulation throughout the truck, right? So there you go. There you go. Right, brothers, it's $6.95 a week. Only going to be in it for 8 months. And then what are you going to do? Getting something else? Tigers, Detroit Tigers. Yeah, Tigers aren't bad, you know. They got their ups and downs. I liked them back in the, you know, the Sparky Anderson years, you know. The Kirk Gibsons and all that. Alan Trammell's. You know, back in the old day. The 85, you know, them years of the Tigers. Your TC. Which one you talking about? Godson, which one you talking about? You talking about your new truck? Oh, shh, the new truck? Or the old truck you're giving back? Which one are we talking about? Oh, yeah. He's only got one truck, the Cascadia. The other one's a rumor. And if you want to watch it, go to sburger6604. You see that right there? That's his YouTube channel. sburger6604. Check him out. Another one at the patch, right? He works at the pumpkin patch too. One! Well, yeah, because Nolan wanted to see the tacos and stuff I made tonight, but I already ate them. So I told him about them. I told him how to cook those nice corn tortillas just right. Right? And we're only been talking for 57.57. I'm going to go play that 4-digit number. Budget lawn care. How much money down to get a Volvo lease? Well, the way mine worked for my dealer was they want a security deposit, which is 1 month's lease payment plus the first month up front. So the way mine worked was, let's say it's July 1st I get this truck. And the lease payment's different. Depends on how much per mile you want to pay. Right? So you can get one for about $1,900 a month, 10 cents a mile, $2,100 a month, 7 cents a mile, $2,200 a month, 6 cents a mile. You see where this is going? It all equal out around $2,800 a month. So if you got the $1,900 a month because you wanted more, less monthly but more mileage thing, it's all going to come out the same anyway. But if it was a $1,900 one, let's just make it easy, $2,000 bucks. If it was $2,000 a month for the payment, not including the mileage, just the payment, then they'd want $4,000, right? They'd want two for the security deposit that they hold on to, kind of like first and last, right? First and last, and then $2,000 for your first month. And the way it works is, July 1st, let's say you paid them the $4,000. You go until the end of July, but you paid the first month. They bill you after you drive the first month. So you go through the first month of July, you don't owe nothing. You paid it. Then you go through the August, and then at the end of August, they send you a bill, right? And your first payment then would be, after you pay that initial up front, would be September 10th. So once you pay that initial, you got 2 solid months of not paying a dime. Oh, it's getting orange. Oh, man, we got some orange guys in here. Let me see if I can tell you who they are. Juan drives intermodal. Snorlord, S. Berger, the Wright brother, no, just kidding. TRB's not an orange driver. Trucker Joe wants me to leave up the live feeds. Yes, Nolan's already requested this to stay up, so it'll stay up. Weird Racing was, I don't know if Lenny actually did or not. I think he might have, I'm not sure. Lenny, I don't think you're at Schneider anymore, are you? Or did you ever come over here? I tried to call you. Lenny, you're not at Schneider, right? Yeah, so I knew he never went. But I wasn't 100% sure. 100% sure, but James is orange dedicated. Ooh, wait a minute. Whoa, TRB. Wait, we got some first-hand knowledge from Butch. Man, TRB, you never told me. You never told me you were going to Mavra Prime land. You never told me you're doing a Maverick or Prime deal. What's going on there, TRB? Man, that's a rumor, man. I don't believe that. You don't want an international anymore, Juan? Man, Butch threw you under the bus, TRB. Yeah, now we got it. Actually, TRB's going to that one company everybody's talking about. I think that's where he's going to go. Because he can go there and get a nice Volvo 780 and a reefer trailer. But anybody watch the Trucker's Coats video? Old Crete's selling trucks dirt cheap. Crete is selling trucks dirt cheap. Would I take TRB at Like Trucking? When I open the doors up? Sure, I'd take TRB at Like Trucking. Because I talked to TRB on the phone. And he's got a good business sense. Got a family. I'm all about family. You know. So that's a possibility. The Max Force motor is a boat anchor. Well, John Capone, let me tell you something about that Max Force motor being a boat anchor. When you can buy a truck, 2012, 2013 for $24,000 with 250,000 miles on it, it doesn't matter if it's a boat anchor. It doesn't matter if it takes you 20 minutes to get up to 60 miles an hour, because you're going to make a boatload of money. Just ask car hauler Tim if he was on here. See, he bought one of those trucks for 24 grand and his payment's only $450 a month. He can make a boatload of money. I think Gear Grabbers, your International have a Max Force in it? Or does that have the next motor up? Gear Grabber going to make a lot of money. He bought an International. Well, see, John, here's the thing about the repair bills. There isn't any right now. Most of those trucks. I got a friend that bought one who lives in Texas. And he bought that truck in the $20,000 range. It still had a 7-year warranty left. It had a 7-year warranty. That means his warranty didn't until 2020. Includes all the aftermarket treatments and everything. So till 2020, he's good to go. He took it in the shop because the check engine light come on. They fixed that, and then they said, "Oh, one of your seals is going bad, wheel seal thing or whatever." They fixed that too, so it was under warranty still, 7-year. So there you go. You got to find the right ones that have the right warranty, right? Godson knows. He's going to tell you right here. So I was going to buy one until I found out you cannot tap the cooling system for a diesel APU. Well, yeah. See you later, groundhog. Right, but there's other ones you can put on there though, right? There's other APUs that are diesel you can put on there. I don't like the Rigmaster, but you can put that on there because that doesn't tap in. It's self-contained. It's got its own radiator, and there's a few other ones. But or you have to do a battery system. A lot of those have the battery system on it. You know. Lots of them. Going to Swift Night, CF England. Lots. No, see, TRB is going to go tonight. You know why? He's got a lot of YouTube subs, which means he's going to make a lot of referral money. And if he takes all that referral money, the truck won't cost him a dime. Smart business move. TRB. You know, TRB might own Swift one of these days. Oh. What's up, Randy? Gear Grabber, how do you like your international? Well, I seen him in it. He'd give me a video tour. Nice truck. But the key is this. You know, even if the engine caused problems, they had to go in the shop every once in a while, it's still going to make a whole lot more money because the payment is so much less, right? So much less that even if it was in the shop, you know, TRB says pay 92% of the load. Well, you know, we'll have to see about that percentage, TRB, because first of all, you got to bring your own trailer. Second of all, you know, we might be able to work something out because all that YouTube fame you got, you're one of the most famous guys we all know. So we'll have to see. Shoot, you're more famous than me, and no one even knows me. That's why you're more famous. Shoot, I've only been out here in YouTube land for 2 years. 2 years, man, it took me this long. Shoot, we're only at 92 people watching. Man, we need to get over 100. Man, it's only 53 on the thumbs up. What's up, Ryan Largo? How's it going, buddy? So, we were talking full maintenance leases on tractors and trailers. And talked about the Max Force engine and the international deals that are out there still before they gather all those trucks up and sell them overseas. That's coming, right? They're going to gather them all up and send them overseas eventually. But it's once in a lifetime. In our lifetimes, we probably won't see another deal like this come along with a truck manufacturer, that is. You have never seen a truck manufacturer in history, as long as I've been trucking, where you can get a 250,000 mile truck for under 25 grand. I've never seen it until now. Anybody else ever seen that? I've never seen it. And with warranty. And we're still with warranty. And we just got a call in. Nelson called in. Shame on him. He must not watch my YouTube channel anymore. Fernando says, where can you buy a truck for that price? Look in the truck paper, truckpaper.com. Look up 2012, 2013, 2014 International Pro Stars, and you'll see them. But they've been out there for almost how long now? About 6 months or so they've been selling them like that. So, you know, there's not a whole, you know, they still got quite a few left, but they're getting harder to find. What's up, Matt Phillips? From the Sunshine State down there in Florida. Edward Hall says, I thought International was junk. Well, Ed, let me ask you, let me go through this junk thing, right? Why are they selling them so cheap? Skull. Well, here's why, Skull. Because in 2012 and 2013 or so, Max Force, when they came out with that Max Force engine with the EGRs and all that stuff that they put on it, they didn't have it right. And they had a lot of problems with that system. And they kept breaking in the shops. And you had these huge, all these big companies like Heartland Express, Crete, and some of these other ones that run internationals, right? You know all the companies, JB Hunt, right? And what happened was they sold them, right? They had too many problems, so they sold them. And because they couldn't get rid of them, so they they traded them in and got other trucks, and then there's no resale value. So that's why they're that cheap. But International, in the meantime, has fixed the problem. They figured out what the problem really was, and some of the trucks have been fixed and some haven't. Okay, so if they say premium in those years, and it's one that's been fixed, right? Ben says, you're a bum. Alright, well, you want me to wear a better shirt? Here, man, you want me to get one of these right here? Here, Ben, would this satisfy you? Put on a shirt like this, or one of these other shirts, you know, whatever. Almost a Salina Petro. Gonna grab some dinner. Try to keep fuel guzzling Columbia under 100. Under $100 or 100 gallons. It doesn't matter. See, that stuff doesn't bother me. Mile per hour. Hey man, you know what, Ryan? If you do 100 mile an hour in one of those, you might end up like Fred Flintstone doing it with your feet and everything. Because I don't know, them trucks, they're not airtight, man. And you go 100 mile an hour, and the door frames will start like going like this, and the air will come in, so the doors might fly off. If you hit too many potholes at that speed in there, the rest of it might come off the frame. You know, freight shaker, right? But in good old freight shaker. Yeah, white knuckle ride. You got that right. I used to have a freight shaker back in the day. I had a 1996 FLD 120 back in the day with an N14 Cummins. All the way on the floor. 75 mile an hour is best that truck could get back in the day. Yeah, first thing you look for is the maintenance truck and a report. See, that's the thing with those internationals. You can get the report, right? You can get the report and see how much work has been done on it. And find one that didn't have a whole lot of work that it needed. Yeah, and you got a pretty good truck. For that kind of price, dude, you can't even go get a brand new pickup truck. A Ford pickup, you know, a Ford pickup or a Dodge or a Chevy, you know, they're 50, 60 grand. Some are 70 grand. Depends how you got it spec'd out. You know? What's up, Big Tim? Old Tim's in the house. And he's got an International Pro Star. You and the Big Orange ain't getting along? Well, you're not supposed to get along. You're just supposed to click buttons, Tim. And I don't understand why you're not running up and down the East Coast. You know, click the buttons, run that high dollar stuff up and down the East Coast, and deadhead back and get another one, because when it's paying that kind of money, you can afford to deadhead back and just grab another one. Don't look for the backhaul, because the backhaul probably ain't gonna pay nothing. That's just, you know, my take on the load board. I don't even have to be there anymore. I can tell you what the load board looks like in each area. You know? Because like if you go from Maryland, right? If you're in Maryland and you go up to Massachusetts, it'll be on that board for about $2.75 to $3 a mile. If you come out of the Carlisle area, do a 2 or 3 stopper, you know, those are going to be between $2.50 and $3 a mile, depending on the miles. But if you're in northern Pennsylvania, northeastern Pennsylvania, you want to come back to the Midwest, hold on to your shorts, because you might be about $1.05. See, I still know all the game over there. Am I close? Gear Grabber says my international saved me over $2,000 a month for my other truck. Yes, it did, Scott. Yes, it did. And you know what? You got the trucker salivating, right? He's drooling for the fact that he wishes he had one of those trucks, because he's got to write the big check, because he's got that 780 Volvizi. Yeah, see, I was right. Godson says it about $1.07. I said $1.05. So, you know, I was about right. You know, that's like if you want to go from Michigan. If you want to go from Michigan to Wisconsin, and you're around the Detroit area, and go over there, you better really hold on to your shorts, because it's way less than that. Alright, what do we got here? Jesse Reagan. Part of the Reagan family? Where are you from? The Wolverine State. From what I've heard, ceramic plungers and fuel pumps and Cummins 450 ISX is wrecked at 250,000 mark. Any thoughts? Alex. What's up, Alex? Well, the ISX engine, I wouldn't have one, because I had one. And it was in my Volvo 880. You don't see me drive that no more, do you? No, because see, in 1 year, the motor didn't blow up or nothing. In 1 year, we're just replacing turbos and some other things. 25 grand. 25 grand in 1 year, fellas. That's why I said, that's enough. Time to move on. Because, you know, nice truck and everything, but we got rid of it. So, Alex, I could save $500 leasing from Mega Carrier for a month, 1 year term. That engine's $230,000. Choosing right used truck, driving me crazy. Full maintenance may be worth it. It's hard to find a good used truck, Alex. But personally, if I was in the used truck market, I'd buy that International for 25 grand, and I would drive it like Snorlord drives his truck, slow and steady. And he's got a Kenworth. I mean, he could hammer down if he wanted to, but I'd drive the International slow and steady, because it doesn't matter how much. Doesn't matter if that engine was people call it a dog or whatever. Can't be much more than a dog than the Cascadias, right? Gear Grabber. I mean, shoot, when I followed him, we came out of the same place. And I tell you what, that SFI Finance Cascadia was that thing was like a turtle. It was a turtle, man. I was like, dude, are you gonna go? I took off. I got up to 60 and set the cruise, and I had to slow down because he's still trying to get on the ramp. Isn't that right, gear grabber? That Cascadia, man, you had that thing. You're lucky it would pull a little red wagon. Mine only has the 455 Volvo motor in it. That's all it has in it. Kenworth outpulls in Florida. You got that right, flat land. Kenworth will pull like crazy on flat land. That's about the only place it's going to pull anything. Alex says, Snorlord, talk to Kenworth. Southbound, trying to get one like yours. Yeah, well, get a hold of Snorlord, man. He can tell you all the deals about that Kenworth T680 and the kind he got and the kind that S. Berger 6604 got. Well, northern Indiana is where Berger got his T680 in Portage, from the dealer up there in Portage. So call them up, Edward. They're old. What they are is slightly used prime trucks. You know, they got the amenities and stuff in them. That SFI truck was a dog. Oh, you got, man, a dog. Dude, that thing was a turtle. You know, every time McTrucker took off or I took off, we'd have to wait for you. Well, Berger, there's a difference. He lives by there. When you live in Pennsylvania, all dealers are going to suck. Even the ones in Pennsylvania. Right? Pennsylvania has some screwed up rules. They got some messed up rules, man. It's kind of like California when it comes to stuff like that. The mountains are high in Indiana. Was that a Kenworth dealer you bought it at in Portage, Steve? Godson, wasn't that in Indiana, Portage area? Was that a Kenworth dealer, or was that just some other dealer? Oh, was it Peter? Well, same thing. Peterbilt, Kenworth, same damn people. It's PACCAR. There really is no difference between Peterbilt and Kenworth. People say there is, but come on, it's the same company. It's kind of like saying Chevrolet and Oldsmobile and GMC were all different. You want to know what that was? See, I lived in Michigan all my, pretty much all my life there, except when I was in the military. Went all over the world. I used to go to the GM truck and bus all the time. Driving truck. And they literally, the first one down the line, everybody remembers these cars back then. You had the Chevrolet, right? The Chevy, not Tahoe, the one under that. And then the other one was the GMC Jimmy. The Chevy Blazer, right? You had the Chevy Blazer came first. And then you had the GMC Jimmy, and then the Oldsmobile Bravada, right? The Blazer was $1,000 cheaper than the Jimmy, which was $1,000 cheaper than the Oldsmobile Bravada. But guess what? They were all the same, except maybe the dashboard was a little different. But the Bravada was like all-wheel drive. But basically, they were the same. They went down the same line, one right after another, but had different prices. Kind of like the Yukon and the Denali and all that. It all went down the same thing. All goes down the same line. Same thing with the Silverado pickup and the GMC pickup, right? They go on the same line. They just put different badge on the front, charge more money, and maybe change the layout a little bit on the interior, but it's all the same stuff. Same line, same stuff, right? You know, that's kind of like, see, in trucking you learn a lot of stuff over the years. You all remember, this is off topic, but let's go off topic for a minute. Have you all been to places, you go to people's houses? I love going to people's houses, right? And they'll pull out a can of Del Monte, right? Del Monte beans or corn or whatever. And say, hey, why don't you buy the Kroger brand? I ain't buying that, it tastes different. That stuff it's not quality, it tastes different. But all us truck drivers know, when you go there to pick up, they're filling 50 different people's cans. It's all the same stuff. They don't know one bean from another when they put them in those cans. The machine don't know. But I asked the guy when I was picking up those Mario's olives, right? And they were filling the cans for some of the big name grocery stores. I said, what's the difference between that olive in that can and that olive in that can? And you know what the guy running the line told me? Well, the store can has a little more water in it, so you get 3 less olives. 3 less olives in the can. That's the only difference. That is it. But in people's mind, it tastes different because it's not name brand. It tastes different. No, it's the same stuff. Just a little more water added. Because if you go to Heinz ketchup, you'll see they fill other people's bottles. All they do is they alter the formula, just a slight change. That it does have a little bit different taste. Might be not as thick, but comes from the same place. But for vegetables, it's all the same vegetables, just more water. Wanted dead or alive. It's a Jedi mind truck. Man, I got somebody with a beeper. That's the worst thing they could put on these trucks is a beeper. You know, don't they think people are sleeping and not making YouTube videos? Sleeping. And it's beep, 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 beep. See you later, Mike Kate. Let me see. He's got a Peterbilt. He got a big white Peterbilt out there. Oh, the beepers. Well, looks like I'm about done talking. I'm gonna get off this here YouTube channel. I've had enough. Appreciate everybody watching. Oh my Lord, aren't you done backing, guy? Really? There's nobody behind us. Okay? There's nobody behind us. And look, there's nobody in front of us. There's nobody. You can't park in front of us. So why does it got to keep going backwards to line his door up with mine? You don't have to do that. There's nothing back there in the back either. Your grabber knows where I'm at. He knows this truck stop. There's no reason to keep backing up. Another beeper. And he's running the truck, so I might have to move. Because it's nice out. I don't want to listen to a running truck when it's going to be in the 50s. There's no reason to run your truck when it's in the 50s. None whatsoever. You know, it's nice up here in Michigan right now. It's in the 50s. You got a breeze. And there's 2 guys right here running their trucks. That doesn't make any sense to me. Why waste all that fuel when it's in the 50s? Close the windows up, man. It's nice out. You know, nice in the truck. 9100 Southern Cal. I think it's like 60 degrees out. I got the windows down. I'm gonna have to roll it up now because, you know, I don't want to listen to that motor going. Drrrr. Oh well. I might move. I might move down a little bit. Get away from this running truck. I leave them all the way down. I got safety. I leave them all the way down because if that door opens, I hear it. I wake up on the littlest sound, probably from being, you know, in the Gulf War and stuff. But I got safety. I got an S&W MP40 with 30 safety features. So there you go. I got safety. I like having company. Gear Grabber knows what that is, right? Gear Grabber. You know what an S&P 40 is, right? Military Police Special. He knows what it is. But yeah, it's got safety features. MP shield. I don't have the shield. I got the big main deal. And there's no safety on it either. There's no safety. That's why it's a police special. You know, they say there's a safety, you know, if you eject the magazine, then it's not supposed to fire. But that's easy to get around too. I have a Louisville Slugger. There you go. You know, let's go over this real quick before I get off, because this is another thing that really burns the crap out of me, right? You got these companies that, you know, company drivers, people lease on to, owner-operators lease on to these companies. And they have these rules, right? And I always like it when you read them and they say, no weapons allowed in your vehicle. You own the truck. You own it. And they're telling you, no weapons allowed in the vehicle, or, you know, your contract will be ripped up. And same thing with a company driver. No weapons allowed in your vehicle whatsoever, or you're fired. Well, let me ask you guys a question. They consider a gun a weapon. They consider a knife a weapon. So you better not have a pocket knife. You better not have a knife to cut your vegetables with, or to cut your steak with. You better not have a hammer, right? Hammer's just as bad a weapon. You can use the hammer as a weapon. A screwdriver, a wrench, a pen to take down notes or to write with. Everything you can put in your hand is a weapon. The fire extinguisher in the truck is a weapon. Because I could sit there and pull the fire extinguisher, and while you can't see, I can hit you over the head. It's metal, it's steel. Everything in there is a weapon. So it's stupidity. That's what it is. They got a bunch of lawyers that making up stuff, but they don't understand that everything in the truck you have is a weapon. Snorlord, my gas is a weapon. Oh, Lord, Steve. Come on, man. You didn't have to go there. Woo. You know what? Don't park next to Snorlord and have your windows open. You might not survive the night. Tim? Only Tim would come up with that. Only Tim. Oh, Tim. Oh. That sounds like an Air Force mechanic joke there. That sounds like an Air Force mechanic joke. Somebody that works in the supply or something. Oh. All right, man, we're out of here. It's past 9 o'clock, man. We're gonna watch some television, kick back, watch some YouTube or something. Nolan, fire up a video. Let's see what Nolan's up to. Skull's upside down. He must have got gassed by Snorlord. Oh, man. What's up, Butch? Good night, everybody. And to everybody that gave me a super chat, I appreciate it. And can't do any live, no followers. You have a channel, Nolan? If you have a channel, I'll subscribe. If you got a channel, Nolan, let us know what it is, and we'll give you a shout out right here. I'm gonna wait 1 minute, see if Nolan puts it up there, if he has a channel or not. No content but thanks. Sure you do, man. We can see you cooking. You know, see you eating, whatever. Tell us what you're doing. There's always content. Like Juan. You know, Juan have content, but Juan just doesn't want to put nothing up. There's Nolan's channel. Ha 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 ha. Let me see. Love to the Snore Lord. There you go, Tim. All right. So we're out of here, everybody. Everybody have a good night. If you're out trucking, keep it between the lines. Sunny side up, dirty side down, all that good stuff they say, right? And until next time, which will probably be tomorrow or the day after, we'll do another video. Hopefully it won't be as boring as this one. Woo! Little dog gonna pop up. Where's little dog gonna pop up at? All right, we'll see everybody. See ya.